Welcome back, episode number 42, the Random Thoughts Podcast. We're back.
We are back.
Why didn't we do one last week? Was it because of me? What was last week? Last week, Thursday, was, in fact, the 26th of October.
I'm not going to snitch on myself.
Huh?
Do you remember why we didn't do one last week?
No.
Good. Keep it that way.
Can you message it to me, though?
No.
I promise I won't read it out loud. I genuinely do not remember.
It's not like it's embarrassing or anything. Last week was when I woke up at like 9:40.
Oh, yeah! I do remember that. And the week before, we did one.
Yeah.
Do you know what we did that day after this podcast?
I feel like I remember, but enlighten me.
What do you think it was?
You won the lottery.
Close.
No.
Very close.
What was it?
So we did the podcast, we wrapped it up, we went out and went shopping. We were supposed to go grocery shopping. And so I think we hit like Target, and then we were headed to Pick and Save. And on the way to Pick and Save, I saw an article on Facebook saying that Jason Mimosa was in town, in Brookfield, and just happened to be next to the Pick and Save that we were going to. So Danielle is like, oh yeah. Well, so she told her family, and she's like, we're going to do it. She's dead set on, we are standing in this line, no matter how long it is, and going to hope to get a picture, at least a picture and video with him. He was doing it to promote his vodka. So I was like, okay, but we need groceries. We need food. So we get in line, and it's this big strip of stores. It's got like a hardware store, Sierra Trading Post, DSW, some other store. There's another store in between that, and then Total Wine. Total Wine is like the second last store. So we're driving up there. There's no parking.
Of course.
We have to drive on the complete opposite end of the lot over by Pick and Save, which is like 4 different sections away. And we walk over there, and this line, you know, as we drive past, you only see the line that's in front of the store, not the line that's in the back of the store. So it goes down all of these storefronts into the grass, and then in the grass area, it doesn't just cut back. It does one of those circus zigzag things that has like 4 or 5 rows, and then loops around to the back. We hop in line behind Total Wine. So we're in the back of where it starts. We have to go up the back of 5 or 6 stores, through the zigzag loop, down the front of 5 or 6 stores, just to meet Aquaman, and then pay for a bottle of vodka.
Nice.
We managed to finally decide, because he was running late because he was doing one at Costco earlier, and he stayed late so he could get a picture with everybody, and so he was late for ours. It's supposed to start, I forget the hours. I think it was supposed to start at like 3 and go until like 5 or something like that. So it was like 2 hours.
Yeah.
3:30 rolls around. Actually, no, it was 2:30 till 4. 3:30 rolls around. No sign of this fucker. The line has not moved. The only time it has moved is people who have given up. So he decides that he's going to come out, take pictures, kind of come through. I think he handed out like a couple cases, and then he came out, took pictures with people. It was basically like he was walking behind the line, so get your phone ready, get it in video mode, so that you can just screenshot the video.
Right.
Once they announce that, the front of the line diminishes. Everyone is just there to take a picture with this fucker. No one cares about his vodka. Or so I thought. I don't care about getting a picture with him because it's Aquaman. Aquaman and the guy from Fast X, who I'm pretty sure died.
I don't know. I haven't seen
I don't remember. Or maybe he was one of the bad guys. I'm pretty sure he was one of the bad guys with The Rock. Either way. So Danielle's like, oh, can you just go jump in the vodka line? Because at this point, there's the vodka line and the picture line. I jump in the vodka line. Danielle gets her picture. We met this really nice lady named Jessica who was standing next to us the whole time. Mind you, it's cold and raining.
I do remember you'd like send me a picture from there. And it didn't look like it was fun.
It was probably about 35, maybe 40 degrees, windy, and raining.
Looked shitty outside.
It was. Good thing Aquaman knows how to swim, because I don't. Yeah, so I jump in the vodka line. I am 4 stores deep at this point, so I'm there. You know, I'm one of the next 3 to 4 groups that they let in. Danielle texts me and she's like, oh, where are you? I was like, I'm like damn near at the entrance. She's like, okay, I'm waiting in the back with this lady. So, like, grab an extra bottle if you can in case they run out. I'm like, why don't you just come up here? She felt bad for that lady because she didn't want to ditch her after waiting in line together for however many hours at this point.
She didn't want to break the strong bond that they had created.
Well, I was like, why don't you just bring her up too? And she's like, really? Like, you're okay with that? Like, I don't give a fuck. I've been out here for hours. I'm cold. I'm wet. I'm buying vodka, which I don't like, for a guy that I couldn't care less about. Bring the bitch up. So they jump in line with us, or with me. So yeah, they bypass all of that. We get in, and then, have you ever been to a Total Wine?
I don't think I have.
It's a big store. So they have you, right? So on this table, if this is the store, you walk in here, you do an immediate hard right, you go all the way up the wall, all the way to the back, and that's where they're handing it out. So you have to wait in line for that.
Even more waiting in line.
And then they closed the store for this event until they ran out of bottles. And then you also have to follow the hard left side path of the wall so you can check out. I stood in that store. That was probably the quickest part of the line. But after that, I just wanted to get out of there.
I believe it.
1 bottle per person. We were told that it was 1 signed bottle per person. And then you could buy however many unsigned bottles you wanted to. That was not the case. They only had signed bottles there. So thankfully, I did let Danielle and Jessica cut the line because it was 1 bottle per person, not 1 bottle per group.
Right.
So we managed to get 3 bottles, and then about 20 people after us, they had ran out of bottles.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
You got lucky.
They got lucky. That I let them jump in front of me, which I don't know why you wouldn't think to do in the first place. And I even told Danielle that once she was done to come find me.
I mean, that seems like... that's
common sense?
That seems like what you would do.
Right. I feel like, I mean, even if like you and I were going to a fair or like a music festival or doing something with a big line and I was thirsty and I wanted to go grab a water and I left the line, I'm not going to go to the back of the line. I'm going to come find you. Right?
I would hope so.
I mean, it just makes sense.
I would be concerned if you like just tried to hop back in line.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So we met Aquaman. Did I send you that picture of Danielle from it?
Pretty sure you did.
Probably. So yeah, that's my Jason Momoa story. Are you familiar with MREs?
I have. I've tried them before.
Which one have you tried?
A chicken one.
Like just chicken or like
No.
chicken noodle soup or?
It was chicken and something.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
Why?
Just bad.
I like MREs.
I remember like the peanut butter and crackers part wasn't that bad.
You got peanut butter in yours?
Yeah.
Mine had cinnamon apple jelly. That was fucking amazing.
I remember the other like non-meal parts. Like I remember those were okay.
The snacks?
Yeah, the snacks were okay. I didn't like the actual meal part.
I've had a few of them. I think my favorite was probably the chicken noodle soup. I've had the rib sandwich before. It was okay. Still not as good as a McChicken. Or, sorry, a McRib.
Bet it was worse.
But then there was also like a chili, like a chicken chili one. That was pretty fire. And you know why they give them out to the military people, right?
So they can eat?
So they can eat, and it's got enough like nutrients and stuff to keep you
Right.
full throughout the day. Why doesn't the government just send breast milk out? It's literally made to be survived on. It's a full meal. It has all of the nutrients that you need.
I don't think that's backed up by science.
How?
I think it has everything you need if you're a child.
But if you drink enough of it, it would probably be enough for an adult male.
You think you could survive just off breast milk?
Probably.
I have no idea, but I'm guessing no.
What? How do I phrase this question to Google? What does titty milk have in it? What
I don't
can
know.
can you survive off of breast milk?
I feel like it's not made.
Breast
for
milk cannot
adults.
provide all the nutrients that you need as an adult, but it has very high levels of cholesterol. It is fine for babies 6 months and below.
It doesn't. So
As an adult, you could live 2 years off of breast milk alone.
and in those 2 years, you're probably doing detrimental damage to your body. And
But-
then you die after the 2 years.
But they could do like MREs with the side of breast milk.
Why do you want to put breast milk in the MREs? Where are you going to get the breast milk?
Women,
Yeah, but is the government buying the milk from these women?
we herd them like cows.
Okay.
And we have a milking farm, as they do with cows, for women. We hook them up to the machines, stick the little thing on there, it milks them, and then we go to the next one. The only difference is that once we get enough milk from the women, unlike cows, we don't kill them. We send them back to their families.
So,
No, I feel like it would actually have to be like a donation thing.
I thought you were going like the guys have like mandatory
Sex.
military. Oh,
Oh.
mandatory military service. Females have mandatory milking service.
I like that idea. But I guess we could do that. Because, like, in World War II, you know, like, all these factories that made clothes had to, like, stop production and make, like, military helmets and vests
Right.
and military clothes. So they could do that, but instead of, like, a farm, like, sorry, you cannot milk your cows anymore. Here are women.
It's an interesting strategy.
You don't like it, do you?
I'm not completely against it.
So I mean, you're kind of on board. I don't think it would have to be mandatory. Like I said, I think for it to actually work, it would have to be volunteered, and it would make the women feel good because now they're doing something to serve for the country indirectly instead of forcing them to do it because they wouldn't want to.
Would you like just be putting the breast milk in there as a little treat, or would you like want the base of the MRE to be breast milk?
I think that when times get tough and we're running out of MREs, you get a bigger portion of breast milk, but otherwise it's just kind of in there as like a, one glass. It'll help get you full, it'll help get your nutrients, but now you also don't need as much of the MRE. So you can kind of cut back on both, save some money,
Why haven't they started working on this already?
because I am not in charge.
You should be in charge.
I had this idea on the 21st, 2 days after I met Jason Samoa.
You should have pitched the idea to him.
I didn't think about it until 2 days
I
after.
bet that guy has some connections. He could have gotten the ball rolling.
I feel like any woman would slap her titty out and milk him. Well, milk for him.
You should have gotten him to be the...
He could be the face of it.
Yeah, the face of it.
So it'll be like an AARP ad, except for titty milk, featuring Jason Momoa.
Exactly.
I like it. All right, so Halloween just passed. We didn't do a spooky episode because you overslept.
No spooky episode.
But if you're in a saw trap and you have to get a key out of one of the buckets and it's filled to the rim, I don't know how crazy I want to get if I'm playing Jigsaw. You either have to drink it until it's empty or you just have to stick your hand in there. Sticking your hand in there isn't really that bad.
What are the options?
I feel like we should go with drinking it empty to get the key out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A bucket of blood, a bucket of spit that is not yours, and a bucket of piss.
The bucket of spit is...
absolutely foul.
The texture on that. Like, what is that going to be like drinking?
It's thick and slimy and bubbly.
No, thank you. Blood is too disgusting, too.
Blood is very irony.
Yeah.
Not to mention diseases.
I feel like... it wouldn't be easy, but I feel like I could get a bunch of piss down.
I feel like piss would be the best option. And, like, don't people who need to survive in the wilderness, like, don't they drink their pee?
You kind of can, like, just recycle it and drink it again, and you can get a little more nutrients out of it.
Yeah. So I think I have to go with piss.
There's also the whole urine therapy people.
Yeah. But is it, like, super dark, yellow, stinky, dehydrated piss?
I feel like
or
it
is
has
it, like,
to be. Because otherwise it's too easy if you got, like, spit, blood, piss that looks like water.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be, like, yellow.
Yellow stinky pee.
Yeah.
Perfect. You went to school for 1 year, and then you dropped out forever.
Mm-hmm,
Did you have a lunch code?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to see if you still remembered it.
I do not.
But I remember mine. It was the same throughout elementary, middle, and high school.
That makes it easy.
Yeah.
What was it?
11732.
That's not that bad to remember.
No, super easy. And then my friend, his was 11169. I used to get cookies on his account.
I was going to say, why'd you know his?
that would be why. How do you feel about New York?
I don't know. Indifferent.
Have you ever heard of New York? The Concrete Jungle, Wet Dream Tomato?
I have heard of it.
I think they're idiots and they should be banned from America.
New York?
Yes. Are you familiar with 3D printers?
Wait, can we go back to New York?
Correct.
What?
Yes.
Are you talking about like the state or the city?
All of the above.
So we give it to Canada?
No. We break them off, kind of like my plan with Southern California.
Okay.
We break them off. They're their own country. We declare war. We nuke their asses. And now it's just barren wasteland.
I'm down.
Okay. Are you familiar with 3D printers?
Yes.
Do you have a problem with 3D printers?
Not yet.
Do you like 3D printers?
I think I do.
If you were creative enough, would you consider getting a 3D printer?
If I wasn't as autistic as I am, yes.
Correct. What would you make with your 3D printer?
Sex toys.
Perfect. New York is trying to pass a bill to get background checks to buy 3D printers.
A background check?
Because you can print guns. Because you can 3D print a gun.
Because you could. I mean, you could also 3D print a knife.
You could also make a gun out of a nail and a piece of wood and a PVC pipe.
could make a gun out of a rubber band.
And
Rubber
a
band gun.
3D printed gun still needs metal components like the firing pin to hit the bullet hard and fast enough to make the bullet go.
I feel like that's one of the things where it sounds scary.
Right.
It sounds scary, and it makes a good news story to say that criminals can print guns.
I know, and it pisses me off because technically, yes, you can 3D print a gun and get the few metal components that you need and have it work for about 3 shots.
It wouldn't, like, if you're a bad guy in New York.
I am.
You are.
Only in New York, though.
A very bad man. Why would you 3D print a plastic gun, go get the parts for a few shots, or why not just go buy an illegal gun?
That's the point. You're not going to.
Right.
I mean,
because it's not like illegal guns are gone.
exactly.
Why would you choose the 3D printed gun?
Not to mention that you could just cross the border into New Jersey and buy a 3D printer without a background check and then come back to New York and now you have a 3D printer that you didn't have to do a background check for.
That's true as well.
Or like if you had a domestic violence on you.
Which I don't.
You don't. No, this is hypothetical here. But if you did, now you may not be able to get one because you are a violent person.
I can't get a 3D printer.
No, but all you want to do is make sex toys.
That's all I want to do.
All you want are vajankles and dildos.
That's all a man wants.
Exactly. But now you can't get one because you ran your ex-wife over with a bus.
It was an accident. I didn't, my mirror was in the wrong direction.
It may have been, but...
New York doesn't care, though.
No, and it's stupid.
They don't care about
it genuinely pisses... You remember... It was either earlier this year or this time last year where, like, the president of Japan...
Prime Minister of Japan.
Yes.
Homemade gun.
Yeah. Did you see what it was made out of?
It was a wild-looking gun.
It was...
I forget what it was exactly, but it looked very homemade.
It was a homemade crossbow.
It looked very homemade.
Which, again, it was like a PVC pipe, some bungee cord, and a wooden plank. I mean, that's really all that it was. And you don't need... You could fire... You could shoot a bullet with just a nail. It's not going to be an accurate shot.
Probably not.
It will probably be catastrophic for someone because, again, you have zero control on where it's going.
Someone's going to get it.
But is it me? Like, am I crazy for this?
I don't think
Am I crazy
are.
for thinking that they're absolute morons? Again, I could go to Home Depot right now. I could get a plank of wood, a nail, and a PVC pipe and make a functional gun.
I think it's more just then the people who made that law can say that they stopped all these criminals from just printing guns all willy-nilly.
What about all the illegal guns on the street?
Don't worry about those. There's no plastic printed guns. That's what
I know. You know why? Because they don't last. Because you can pop 3 shots off. That might not even be enough to kill someone. Oh, shit. I put 3 shots into this guy, and he's not dead yet. Now what do I do?
Just stab him at that point.
You only brought your 3D printed gun because you thought you'd be able to dump 25 rounds through it.
Throw it at him.
Do you call the cops at that point?
My 3D printed gun didn't kill the guy.
It pisses me off. And, like, you know how these gang members will get, like, good guys with clean records to, like, go out and buy guns or...
Yeah.
They're going to have to start doing this to have some fucking guy with a clean record walk into Best Buy and buy a fucking 3D printer?
There's some nerd who has, like, one thing on his record.
Right.
That's stopping him.
One parking violation.
He's out there, look, you give me a 3D printer, man? I'm on the list. They won't let me.
It's like, yeah, so all these... The mob's going to have their Goonies run out and go get some 3D printers. And I'm picturing it too, like... This, like, regular, stereotypical, like, white dude from like a really nice area, driving his nice fully loaded F-150. It's white, of course, clean.
Obviously.
And in the back, he's just got like a blue tarp over it, covering like 20 3D printers as he's crossing over the border. It's stupid.
3D printer trafficking.
What animal would you be?
Maybe an underwater animal. Like a sea creature.
Like a mermaid.
Maybe.
So you could have starfish suck on your nipples.
That'd be pretty cool.
I would be a bird. All they do is fly around and be stupid and eat berries and poop on cars. That's a good life.
Bird wouldn't be bad.
And then you get to go visit like Florida for the winter.
Get to take vacations. Yeah.
You never have to work. And then all you have to do is throw open your baby's mouths.
I think it'd be cool to be an octopus.
Yeah, but they're so smart.
Do you think I'd like fuck myself up by being like too self-aware? I'd be too intelligent.
I feel like you would be the one octopus that has a panic attack.
Maybe I would be too intelligent.
Or like you would break out of the cage and get out of the water and then just die.
Just freak out.
Yeah.
Die.
Ink everywhere. And then a dry octopus right there. You want to do this ad read for us?
We can do that.
I want to eat my bagel.
We have our second sponsor, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second sponsor. Pickle lovers rejoice. Introducing Pickle-tastic Parade, the pickle company where pickles do the cha-cha before they're jiggly jarred. Say goodbye to boring pickles and hello to the zaniest, crunchiest, and zestiest pickles all around. Use promo code PicklePartyPod for a 10% discount and join the Pickle Parade today. Let's cha-cha our way to Flavortown with Pickle-tastic Parade. Thank you to Pickle-tastic Parade for sponsoring our episode today. Big shout out to them.
I want to be part of your Pickle-tastic Parade.
Everyone is welcome to my Pickle-tastic Parade, as long as you're 18.
So, they reached out to you.
They did.
Not me.
They were like, we love the content you guys are putting out. We love the energy. We hope your fans love pickles.
So here's my thing about pickles. I hate them.
Oh. You know, my girlfriend also hates pickles.
We need to get her on the podcast. And then we will have Pickle-tastic Parade send us some pickles, and her and I will try them. And see if that changes our mind on pickles.
I don't think she'll try them.
Same. Why would you accept a sponsor for something that I don't like?
Because they touched my pickle.
Oh. Shit, okay. Isaac thinks that in addition to health inspectors, we should send taste inspectors to shut down all the terrible tasting restaurants. What made you think of this and why?
I don't know. I don't remember what time I put that in there.
8 o'clock at night. So not very late.
I thought it was later than that. I don't know, but like, because if you go to a restaurant you've never been to before, what if it's absolutely shit?
I agree with you, and I like the idea.
You wouldn't even have to be an additional person. Like, when you send the health inspector out, he just has to eat some of the food. And if it's bad, he'll shut the place down.
Who would the health or the taste inspector be, though? Is it just anyone? Like, can anyone do it? Because if they put too many pickles on my burger, I am shutting them down because I don't like pickles.
It has to be someone with some training.
Jordan Ramsay.
Jordan Ramsay would be a good one. Like, a professional. Just someone who could be like, is the food being cooked properly?
But also, taste is kind of subjective, is it not?
Yeah, but I feel like there is a bar where it's like anything below this, like, I don't care what your taste.
But isn't that what
buds
Yelp
are.
is for? White people love Yelp.
Yeah, but there should be a definitive source.
Yelp.
Yelp doesn't have the authority to shut people down.
What if, like, instead of it being a person, once this restaurant has X amount of, like, reviews, and they're under a 2.3 star, they automatically get shut down?
That'd work too. Because otherwise, like, restaurants should be able to be shut down just because they suck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should wait just for the owners to give up or the money to run out.
Right.
If it sucks, it needs to go.
But again, it's subjective.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not.
What if you're the taste inspector and you go there and that restaurant is just having a bad day, but like normally their food is amazing, but today you went there and it just wasn't that great?
Maybe there's 1 or 2 or 3 strikes.
Okay. How do fast food restaurants work?
Fast food restaurants are definitely a little more lenient.
Okay. Because you go to one McDonald's and your chicken nuggets are amazing, and the next one they're like old wet cardboard.
Right.
But the old wet cardboard one might be great every time you go there. But also they have like the McRib.
Terrible.
No, but that's not the point.
If any place is serving the McRib, I'm shutting that shit down.
You're going to have to shut down every single Quick Trip.
I'll fucking do it.
No, you wouldn't.
I will.
Bullshit. You like Quick Trip too much.
I do like Quick
Excuse me.
You know what's kind of been pissing me off, though?
What?
Doing a lot of renovations in Quick Trip by my place.
That's good.
Yeah, but they got like half of the parking lot closed off. You have to go in through the little emergency door.
Ooh, sketchy.
Yeah, because the front entrance like completely boarded up. They're shutting off all the gas pumps for a month.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah, they said from like November 27th to December 21st.
Oof.
Yeah.
Are they doing like a full remodel then?
I think because they started like with the car wash and then they've been moving their way over. So now they have like half the parking spots in the front are fenced off, the front entrance.
Is that where you get your gas from normally?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. So where are you going to go?
I mean, there's other options.
Are there any other Quick Trips? Other than like the one by your work? The 2 by your work?
Yeah, I've always found that super weird.
Yeah, me too.
Why? I like it though.
I think that is similar to like where I live, where there's a town and a village. And I think that that's like right at the border of being the town and the village.
So
the city.
The town gets one.
The city and the town.
What? Still, do they have to be that close?
Realistically, no. But then they can say that they have so many in this city and so many in this town.
But wouldn't, like, if you have the town and village here, instead of putting them, like, here,
right?
Wouldn't it make more sense to put them, like...
Even if they just moved one to the other end, like, over by, like, others? That Pick and Save, or, like, even by that Farm and Fleet over there?
Yeah, more closer
I think that would be okay. But, yeah, I mean, to have them directly across from each other, I think is kind of silly. They're competing with themselves.
I like it, though. I think it's cool.
And it's like a nice, healthy, friendly competition.
Yeah.
Between the two stores.
What if it's not, though? What if they're, like, trying to sabotage each other all the time?
That would be kind of funny. I think that they should do that more often. So, like, McDonald's, take up one full block of just McDonald's and see which one does the best.
Survival of the fittest.
Exactly.
The one that wins is going to be the strongest McDonald's.
Exactly.
That's not a bad idea.
And the other ones all get shut down, and then we have that one. And then, you know, you do Burger King next to it, and then the rest all Burger King.
Just let the market decide.
Exactly. So, you get new tech occasionally, right?
Sometimes.
And you know how they have that little plastic peel that you like to peel off? Do you like to peel it off, first of all?
I love it.
Okay, me too. We're on the same page so far.
So far.
You're gonna think I'm weird, but I'm just very curious to know
I don't like where this is
if
going.
you do this, because I was watching a Linus Tech Tips video.
Are you gonna say you eat it or something?
No, and I am not the only person that does this when you peel it off.
God.
Because they also do it.
Do you huff it? Or
No,
what the fuck do you do?
It's nothing like super weird or anything. But do you whisper sweet nothings to that peel as you're peeling it off?
No.
Okay.
I might get like, I might like really get it.
So
close
you
to
get
my
like
ear.
the close ASMR, but you don't whisper
Maybe.
sweet nothings.
No.
Okay, well, never mind then.
What the
'cause
fuck is wrong with you?
it makes me feel good. It makes it feel good. It's not like sexual.
Sure, it's not.
All right,
As he has
moving
As he has a
on.
boner as he's unraveling his shit.
Sorry. My dad has wind chimes at his house. He's got a couple of them. They're obnoxious.
I feel like that depends on what kind of wind chime you have, though. I feel like there's some that like don't make a ton of noise.
He has like the lower sounding metal ones. Like definitely I can tolerate those over like, the short little like high pitched ones.
Yeah.
But I don't like them. And as a kid, it makes sense. You put wind chimes out because it's windy. And you like to hear the noise or know how windy it is. I don't really know the point of the wind chimes. But if you have wind, you're going to put more of them up, right?
You're gonna. I already know where you're going with this.
Where am I going with this?
You thought that they created wind.
Correct. Because you wanted it to be more windy, and they chime in the wind.
Did you think that the little like pinwheels created wind too?
No, so
I'm surprised.
so those I knew would just spin because it was windy.
So you weren't completely stupid.
But I thought that the big windmills, like the electric generating ones, were made off of the base. Like there was some kid who was fascinated by the little plastic spinny ones.
And then he grew up.
And then he grew up and made
big
the big ones.
Hey, it makes sense.
So you're okay with that? You appreciate that idea?
I'll let that one slide.
It makes sense that wind chimes would make wind.
Maybe if you're
Because
lobotomized.
again, you now that I'm an adult, kind of, and kind of understand things, you put them where it is windy. But if you're in a city and you don't get a lot of wind, you're not going to put one up because you're never going to hear it chime.
Probably.
But if you're in the middle of like a field that's super windy, you're going to put more of them up because you can hear them. And like now I understand that it's just based off of where you are and how the wind flows.
You finally cracked the case of the wind chimes.
But I used to think that the more you put up, the windier it got because they're supposed to chime.
It makes sense to a 5-year-old. I guess.
Okay, I was probably about 4 or 5 when I thought that.
I'll give you a pass, I guess.
I mean,
I won't hold it against you as much as the tooth one.
that's fine. But you know what I will hold against you?
What's that?
Remember when you went to the store the other day? A couple weeks ago at this point. Actually, it was last Wednesday to be exact. What'd you buy?
I bought a few things.
Okay, let's hear it.
I purchased a few things. Some Monsters.
Couple of Monsters. What else?
I think I got some strawberries too that day.
Okay.
And I did forget to purchase one thing.
What did you steal?
I stole a 12-pack of wild cherry Pepsi.
How? That's the biggest thing in the cart.
It wasn't even like in the very bottom part of the cart. It was just sitting in the main cart part. And I didn't even see it until I had pulled my card out, was taking my receipt, and then I turned around, went, oh shit, it's still in there. And then I just booked it out of there.
So you didn't even bother to be an honest person and turn back around?
No. And how the self-checkouts, they have one person floating around.
They also have cameras.
True. But yeah, I could have flagged that person down and been like, oh, I forgot this. Or whatever, but I didn't.
Why?
I don't know. I just ran. I panicked.
Did you get a rush from it?
A little bit.
Was it an addictive rush?
Maybe.
Are you going to start stealing things?
I've been stealing every day since then.
I
Allegedly.
would say that you're a felon now. You should be.
I'm hoping I am.
But then you can't buy a 3D printer in New York.
Damn it.
So, do you really want to be a felon?
Maybe not.
I think that you're a terrible person and that you should be thrown in jail with all the pedophiles and killers.
For one soda pop?
One soda?
That I've admitted
Try
to.
one whole 12-pack of soda.
One case of soda pop?
That's not a case. A case is 24.
Okay, 1/2 case of soda pop.
But there's 12 individual cans in there, so you did 12 crimes in one. Just like weed.
That's true.
I mean, if it's illegal and you're caught with a gram, that's one charge. But if you get caught with 12 ounces, that's going to be more charges because more weed.
You're going to charge me for each individual can?
They should.
You should charge me for the can itself and the liquid in the can separately.
And the box.
And the box, why not? And the ink that was on
I'm going to
box.
call the police.
You should.
I will, right now.
Do it right now, pussy. This is 911.
911, what is your emergency?
Oh, shit. Oh.
I hung up on them. I got scared. Do you know Phidias?
Who?
Phidias? I think that's how you pronounce it. The guy who sat out in front of Twitter so he could hug Elon Musk. That was a TikTok thing like last year that he was doing.
No idea.
Basically, he's a degenerate, obnoxious, stupid, brain dead, single brain celled YouTuber. Him and a couple of his friends went to Japan. Very honest and honorable country. People don't really do a lot of bad things there. Him and his friends decided that they are going to do a challenge on YouTube where they have to cross one end of Japan to Tokyo. Tokyo or Kyoto? They're going from one end to the other for free. Zero money.
Oh,
that's the whole catch.
Okay, yeah, I saw this guy. Yeah.
So, the first time he hops on a bus and he pays for it, which defeats the whole purpose of the challenge right there.
Already disqualified.
Should have lost. He was like 80 cents short. So, he had to talk to the cops. And after like 5 hours of being a degenerate fuck, the cops were like, whatever, we'll just pay for it because it's equivalent to like a quarter. And then him and all of his friends decided that they're going to take the train and not pay for it. So in Tokyo, you like push the button and the ticket comes out, and you get on the train and they scan it and you pay while you're on the train, which I think is a really dumb system. Have them pay before they get on, but whatever.
However they want to do it.
But Japan is also an honest country. You're going to take the train because you know that you can afford to.
You would hope so.
This motherfucker, like 3 different times, went into the bathroom, hid the whole time, and then pretended like he was sick, and then once the cops would let him sit down, he would get up and run away from them. I think that he should go to jail. Like, why? Why do you do that? Why would you do that?
I wish I had like that little self-awareness or shame
Yeah.
just to run around a different country acting like a complete dumbass. I have too much shame. I don't think I could do that.
No, not to mention, like, it's one thing if you're hopping, like, the gate to get on to a train in New York because maybe they just need to up their security and you're in your own country. It's another thing to go somewhere else abroad and break rules over there, especially somewhere like Japan.
Yeah.
I want to see him go to, like, Iraq and do that.
That'd be interesting.
They would kill him.
But he'd probably get shot pretty quick.
I think that they would probably torture him first, cut his hands off, twist his nips.
Him.
Ooh, electrocution by nipples.
There you go.
With the car,
Yeah.
the jumper cables.
I've seen movies.
I like that idea. But I think that he's a complete idiot and he needs to pass away. Respectfully.
Of course.
If you were North Korea, who would you kidnap to be your main guy? So you know how, like, Kim Jong-un has that basketball guy?
Dennis Rodman?
Correct. Like, who would you... But you have to keep them. Who are you kidnapping to be your guy?
I am kidnapping Seth Rogen.
Why?
I'm just gonna make him make like propaganda movies for me. We're gonna hang out, smoke weed together. But then he's like, I'm gonna put him in charge of like the North Korean film industry.
Propaganda movie about like why America is bad?
Just whatever movies you want. Like the North Korea film industry is going to skyrocket
Okay.
because it's just gonna be him and me.
I don't know.
And if he fucks me over, I kill him and kidnap James Franco.
I will let it slide if you want to take both of them as a duo.
Okay, then I'm doing that.
Okay. I don't know who I would take. Because I could get someone like your route and make the...
That's the way I was... like, I'm picking one person to bring from the world, like, adding them to my country.
Right. I don't know. I want to go two ways with it. One would be Jordan Ramsay, because he can cook.
Yeah.
But then I could also go like Trump, because that would be crazy.
Just pick, like, a really good...
Or like Elon.
Because, yeah, you could have Elon, like...
He would make North Korea
everything.
a super country, like, instantly.
He'd be a good one.
I think I'm going with Elon.
Yeah, he could ramp up North Korea's stuff.
Did you know that? I forget if it was Kim Jong-un or Kim Il-sung. But one of them... there's one pizza place in North Korea. There's one pizza guy in North Korea.
I want that job.
I forget who, but one of them wanted pizza. So he sent one of his Korean dudes over to, I forget where, to learn how to make pizza and then come back. So after like 4 years of this guy learning how to make pizza and mastering it, he comes back and now he is the pizza guy in North Korea. The one and only pizza guy.
That's a lot of pressure. Imagine if you fuck up one time.
I think it's awesome.
It would be kind of badass to be the pizza guy.
Yes.
But what if you have an off day? What if you burn a pizza one time?
You don't have off days in North Korea. I feel like if you do...
Then you don't have any more days.
No, if you like burn it or like fuck it up, that's you just throw that whole thing away and hope that no one sees. I think it's cool. Would you like to be that pizza guy?
I don't know. Cool responsibility, but a lot of pressure.
I think it would be kind of thrilling. Like going into work every day, not knowing if you're going to come out alive.
How many pizzas is that guy making?
I don't know.
Because he might be like the only pizza guy, but like are the average people eating pizza? Or is he just making like one a month when Kim Jong-un wants it?
Let's see here. It was Kim Jong-il. Oh, this is such a large article to read. So, okay, so he does have it's a restaurant, and they have pizza and pasta. And apparently there is a small staff there. So if you're the manager, I mean, at least you just blame someone else.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, excuse me. So we went out to the bar the other day for Halloween. And we met up with our friends and they were doing like an axe throwing thing. And I forget how it came up, but someone said that it was fun. And that triggered me because I don't like being asked if I'm having fun. Because I feel like I rarely have fun. I just kind of like tolerate things most of the time. It's like I enjoyed being at the bar. I enjoyed having the drinks and talking to people and doing things. But I wouldn't necessarily call it fun.
I think that's fair. Like, you're not having fun.
Right.
You're not having fun.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Have you ever been axe throwing?
Not axe throwing.
What have you done? That would be kind of...
my entire life.
Or like... If we went out and did like mini golf. It's not fun.
Yeah, it's not... I don't like. It's not like riding a roller coaster fun.
But even that, even if we went to like Six Flags, like, I still don't know if I would be having fun.
Then what is having fun to you?
I don't know. Like, or like, you know, if we used to have like a sleepover with a friend, it's like, oh, did you have fun? It's like, no, I didn't. All we did was hang out and eat snacks and play games. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't fun.
I think this is a much deeper psychological issue than we have time for.
But like, I have fun playing Call of Duty sometimes.
That's fair, though.
Okay, but
I'll agree with you.
But
on
even
that.
this, are you having fun right now?
Yes.
I'm enjoying it, but I wouldn't classify this as fun.
I feel like you just have a very...
Am I fucked up?
Something happened in your childhood that caused you to have like a very, very, very strict definition of the word fun.
You did school dances. Not school dances, but you did like church dances and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you go to any of them? Mm-hmm. Did you have fun?
Not in that scenario. That I would not call fun.
Oh, so what would you classify as fun?
I mean, like mini golf, depending on who you go with, that could be fun.
Or is my definition of fun wrong? Just because does fun just mean bring you joy?
I think for you, the bar for something to be fun is very, very high. I don't think the bar is that high for me.
But I couldn't even tell you what I think would be fun.
That's why I think something fucked up happened to you.
Well, like
now
going
you
to
have
a concert.
Super high bar.
Going to a concert. It's not fun.
You wouldn't call that fun?
Depending on the concert and everything, maybe. You know, if you're in the middle of a mosh pit, that could be fun.
But you couldn't come up with like 10 acts that you would consider a fun concert to go to, or that you think would be a fun concert to go to.
No, because I'm not there. I'm there to hear the music live.
Which is fun.
Is it?
To me it is.
I enjoy it.
If you like got to pick a current band to get to go see a concert, like your front row, you wouldn't call that fun?
That would probably be on the higher tier of what I would consider fun.
So it's getting closer to fun.
But I still don't know if I would say I had a great time. I had so much fun at that concert.
Why do you have such a high bar for fun?
I don't. I just don't know if I know what it is to, or what it means to have fun.
What the fuck?
Do you have fun if you go see a movie?
Yes. I mean...
Because you're sitting there and just watching a movie.
It depends if it's a absolutely terrible
a movie that you want to see. Oppenheimer.
Yes.
Or
I think that was the last movie I saw in theaters.
And you had fun.
I went with my friend, and yes, I had a fun time seeing Oppenheimer. It's a long movie, but it's fun. It's enjoyable.
But was the movie fun, Or was the activity of sitting in this chair watching a movie with my friend eating popcorn, or was that fun?
I had fun. Yeah. Yeah.
All of it.
If you really want to break it down, maybe the driving there and driving back home wasn't fun.
No. But like, again, like the Minions, that is a fun movie.
Yeah.
But is it the act of what I am seeing on the screen that makes it fun, or is it the fact that I'm sitting here next to you and we both have popcorn and we're both laughing at the movie? Is that fun, or is it just a combination of all of it?
It's a combination of all of it.
I must not know what it's like to have fun then. I couldn't tell you the last thing that I did that I had fun doing. Legos. I enjoy building Legos. It is not fun building them.
Okay, that's fair, though. I'll give you that.
Just rapid fire some stuff to me. I'll tell you if it's fun or not.
I'm trying to think of things that are, like, fun for me.
But also, like, is it just for me? Am I perceiving fun wrong and it's just enjoyable?
'Cause in my mind, like, fun and enjoyable aren't the same things.
Okay.
But to me, they're similar.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
If you don't enjoy it, you don't have fun.
Most of the time, yeah.
Or if you're not having fun, you probably aren't enjoying it.
Right.
Would it be fun for you to have like a game night where you have some drinks and play board games and hang out? Because again, I think it would be enjoyable. I would enjoy the people who are over here. I would enjoy the conversations. But
I would call that, unless there's some like shitty people there.
No. It's just like you and your best group of friends.
I would call that fun. I don't know why you wouldn't use that word, but you would use the word enjoyable.
Do I have a condition?
I think you do.
How do you look this up?
I think you have a traumatic incident in your childhood, and something involving fun. Like maybe you were having fun somewhere and some old man yelled at you. Now you've never had fun.
Maybe.
Ever since then.
There's this, I can't pronounce it, but it's the inability to feel pleasure. It's a common symptom of depression as well as other mental health disorders.
Maybe
most people understand what pleasure feels like, and they accept certain things in their life to make them happy.
Well, now you're getting into enjoyable versus fun versus pleasure.
Right, but I guess that's the thing though, is that there are things that I enjoy, but I wouldn't necessarily consider it fun.
Yeah, but to me, I feel like I use them the same way.
But like, no. Because I mean, I can't even think of any like games that I play that I would really consider like fun. I mean, maybe Fall Guys. That's fun.
See, like I would say, I have fun on Call of Duty.
Yes, I enjoy playing Call of Duty with you.
You didn't say fun though.
I think that it might be though, because I also hold myself to a high level of competition. So if I'm not doing well, it's not fun.
I could see that being true with like the video game stuff.
But there are also times where like you, me, and Justice will hop in and just fuck around. Again, I enjoy it. It's funny. Maybe Call of Duty is something that is on the border of enjoyable and fun for me.
But like even other video games?
Forza gets boring after about 3 laps around the map. That's really all that I play. I mean, we'll play Among Us once in a while, which, again, in the right context, like, I usually try to get a group together and we all just play with each other. So it's like, is it fun or is it the people I'm playing with?
But like, you'll admit that that's fun for a little bit. Like, if you get a good group of people together to play Among Us,
Right, but
you're going to have fun for...
But what's the difference between me and that same group of people going out to a bar or going out to a restaurant and having conversations that we would also be having in the game? I think it's just the game that brings us together, and it's the people that I enjoy.
Yeah, so you're having fun with friends.
But again, is it fun or is it enjoying it?
I would call that having fun.
Right, but we could get rid of the game entirely, and you, me, Justice, could all sit in a Discord call and just chat, and it would be the same level of pleasure for me.
Right, that would be just hanging out with friends is fun.
But is it fun?
I would consider it fun. I don't know about you and your fucked up idea of fun.
Okay, so we're going to the mall after this. If you came with Danielle and I, would you consider that fun because you're still around the same set of people that you have fun talking to?
I think
Would you classify it as fun?
Probably not fun.
So what's the difference? Because now you're doing what you just said, where you're hanging out with friends, fun.
Because you add in the shopping part of it.
Okay. So now if it were us going axe throwing, is that fun?
I would probably have fun in that.
So now we're playing Among Us, is that fun?
I would think so. Isn't it more like being in a store you don't want to be at?
I feel like it would, yes, the environment would have something to do with it. But also...
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about anymore.
Basically, I don't know or understand what it's like to have fun, and I just want to find the root of this problem.
I'm going to have to start charging you by the hour.
My buddy's a therapist. I'll just talk to him about it. Should I call him?
You should. Be like, I don't know what fun is.
Hold on. Let me shoot him a text real quick. All right. Let's hope that he replies. We'll give him a couple of minutes while we do these last couple of topics. So I've noticed that we're kind of weird when we talk to each other outside of this podcast.
Small amount.
At what point in a friendship do you start acting weird? You know, we do like the voices. We say the stupid jokes. At what point does that happen? Obviously, it's not like we're at this point, we're going to start doing it now sort of a thing. We've known each other for this long, so we're going to...
I feel like for me, it's not a very long time.
Right, but then, like, who initiates it? And then the other person just kind of accepts it and is like, oh, I can be weird too. You know?
I don't know. I don't know how it was with me and you, but I've noticed, like, with other people, I feel like I'm just a weird person.
True. Or... I mean, for us, it was kind of different because we also had the whole, like, lunch table that we sat with.
True.
But, like, in a normal friendship setting, you know, like, it's just kind of weird. Because even, like, Justice and I are weird. But, like, when did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know where...
You never think about that?
When it happened with me and you.
Yeah, me either.
Because at some point, we were just coworkers.
At one point, I thought you hated me.
I thought you hated me.
I did for a little bit.
I mean, I can't blame you.
I mean, a tall, handsome ginger.
Everyone's going to hate him.
No, you always just looked so grumpy and irritated, like you hated everyone.
I mean, I kind of did. Not going to lie.
And then you were like, what's your Twitter? I was like, that's kind of weird. And you followed me, and I followed you. And then... you were like, you play games, right? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, you want to play some games with me and Andy? I was like, sure. And then Andy wasn't there, so it was just us.
I think I've only played video games with Andy like twice.
The same 2 times that I have.
Yeah.
All right. We might skip the last one. We'll see. But I was driving yesterday a lot for work. I was listening to my music. Then I stopped and thought for a minute. What kind of music do famous people listen to? Like, if you saw a Kardashian rolling down the street, what is she listening to in her car? Is she listening to music? Podcast? A book? Definitely not a book. Kardashians are stupid.
I feel like if for the Kardashians, I feel like there'd be a lot of music that they won't listen to just because they like don't like that person.
Right.
Just because they have beef with like Taylor Swift or whoever.
Right, but even like Taylor Swift.
What does Taylor Swift listen
What does she listen to? Oh. He's typing. It's just weird, and I would like to know what famous people.
How many famous like musicians do you think listen to themselves in the car? How many famous people do you think listen to themselves in the car?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume it's probably pretty low because it's your own music and you're performing it, and why would you listen to your own music?
I could see Kanye doing it.
Kanye probably only listens to himself.
Exclusively.
But like, who's another famous person? Elon. What does he listen to?
I feel like he doesn't listen to music.
I was going to say, he definitely just sits there in silence, thinking.
Yeah.
Trump.
I feel like Trump listens to the same stuff he did when he was like 30.
Right, but what? If you had to make a playlist for Trump, and he has...
I don't know, because...
You have to think that he enjoys it. 3 artists that are going on there.
Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
I have no idea who else. I mean, he pardoned Kodak Black. Maybe he fucks with Kodak? Goes from Kodak Black on there?
Trump, he's got Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra, and then Kodak Black.
That's a good question. I don't know what Trump would listen to.
My buddy said that I can call him, so let's give him a call real quick. Contacts.
Oh, duh. If I'm making a playlist for Trump, I'm putting YMCA on there. Duh.
What's up?
Hey, buddy.
Yo.
This call is being recorded for my podcast. We also have my friend Isaac here.
Hello.
What's up?
So we were talking about having fun.
Okay.
And so, like, my scenario was, like, we met up with some friends at an axe throwing place, and they were talking about how much fun they were having. And in that moment, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't necessarily having fun. I cannot think of any scenarios where I would be having fun. There are things that I enjoy doing, but I wouldn't necessarily consider it fun, and I just would like you to diagnose me. Since you are a licensed therapist.
I mean, technically I'm not licensed yet. I need my supervisor first, but close enough. I don't know. How do you define fun?
I don't know.
Because if you're enjoying things, is that not fun?
I don't know, but like, again, with that example, the axe throwing isn't fun. It's just the being around the people that I enjoy.
Okay. Yeah. pretty normal too. It's not the what is it? What's the saying? Like, not the destination. It's
the journey, not the destination.
Yeah, something like that. So it's the people, not the place.
But again, I still wouldn't necessarily consider it fun, unless enjoy and fun is the same thing.
I mean, it might be. Can you recall a time in your life where you've ever had fun?
I can recall doing things that I've enjoyed, but I don't know if I've ever really had fun. What would be fun?
I think fun is just like, well, I mean, a thing that you enjoy, and you go back to it when you're feeling like bored or sad or something to really pick you up.
So, like, if I'm having a bad day at work and I go home and I play Call of Duty to decompress,
Mm-hmm.
you would consider that fun for me?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, if that's what it takes to decompress, it can be fun. But I think that there's like levels of it too, because something can be enjoyable, like Call of Duty, but it can also make you angry.
True.
And
It
that
does
might
make
not
me angry.
necessarily be fun, you know. Or you could, to use your axe throwing example, you could go by yourself. Like, I don't think I would have that much fun just going by myself, but the moment you bring people, it's enjoyable, and isn't that on some sort of spectrum more fun? You know what I mean?
So, fun would be a spectrum for me, and enjoyable would be the highest, or one of the higher ends of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if that's how you're describing it for yourself, I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not diagnosing me with anything today?
Probably not. I mean, I can throw out random words if that's what you're looking for, but I wouldn't diagnose you with anything.
So you would say that it's pretty normal to enjoy things but not have fun?
I think so to an extent. I mean, if we like sat down and talked about this for like an hour or so, I could probably get a different answer, but for right now, yeah, I think just having fun for you is an enjoyable experience.
Okay. Maybe you should come on the podcast one of these days and you can evaluate both of us.
Yeah, you gonna pay me?
I will pay you with exposure on the podcast.
Yeah, perfect. I love it.
Perfect. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, and you have a fantastic day at work today, okay?
Okay, thank you. I love you too, boo.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Mr. Therapist says that I'm normal.
I think me and your therapist friend were on the same page.
So you guys think that
I think you have a very high bar for what you call fun.
Okay.
Like, if I was to ask you, name me some in your entire life, an event that you would call fun. I can name one super easy.
Let's hear it.
January 2020. Luka Doncic. I went and saw the Bucks play the Mavericks.
Okay.
Luka Doncic's first triple-double. I went by myself. I had a lot of fun.
Did you meet anyone there?
I mean, I talked to the people I was sitting next to. I wasn't talking to them for a while.
Okay.
I just had a lot of fun watching the Bucks.
Let me call my dad. We're going to call him, and then we'll wrap it up.
Why don't I have fun? Papa, why don't I have fun?
He's not going to answer.
What?
Hi.
You sure I'm not going to answer?
Yeah. How you doing? Are you busy?
Yeah, why?
Okay. We're talking about having fun on the podcast right now, and I just figured I would call you because I don't recall ever really having fun, and I was just curious if you could recall a incident in your life that you would have considered having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
What
can?
does that mean? Yes, I can.
I just feel like... Huh?
You don't remember any?
I remember things that I enjoy, but I don't necessarily know if I would classify it as fun.
Yes, you should. That's where your confusion is, I think.
Like what?
Six Flags, although you didn't like that.
I didn't like Six Flags.
I don't know. I gotta go.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
That was fucking amazing.
What are you laughing at?
I'm just, what? I'm busy. And you're like, have I ever had fun before? He's like, yes, you should have. What the fuck is wrong with you? That was so...
It's not even that funny.
It was funny. You like had no time for your nonsense. What? Yes, you should have.
I don't,
What do you
I don't
mean?
know. Again, concerts, I enjoy going to them, but I don't necessarily know if it's fun.
I mean, I went and I saw the Foo Fighters by myself. I had fun.
You like the Foo Fighters?
I had fun.
You like them?
A little bit.
Oof. Okay. Well... I'm going to go try to have fun now. You guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for
Have
listening.
fun.
Episode 42.
Go buy some pickles.
Buy some pickles from Pickle My Tickle. Tickle My Pickle.
Whatever the fuck they were called.
You should know. And
Pickle-tastic Parade, that was it.
if you're listening right now, go to our Discord and in the audience topics, put a time that you recall having fun.
And something that you think Damon would have fun doing.
Something that you think I would enjoy. Have fun.
Have fun
Something
doing.
that I would have fun doing. And then maybe I'll try it. I'll vlog it. You and I, we will go out and do those activities and vlog it
I'm down.
and see if I have fun.
We will.
Okay? Discord, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram,
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, Patreon,
Pornhub.
and what's the other one that all the whores use? Fansly.
Is that one?
Yeah.
That one too.
I have to go play the Call of Duty MW3 campaign now, so bye!